Alright, well, today turned into a really eventful day. We actually went and met with a couple customers, some of our seed customers on Logan Ag products, and I was sitting here doing some paperwork in the office, getting caught up on some stuff, and Dad was going over to see Amanda. Amanda's got prom tonight, so she was getting ready, and I guess the neighbor called Dad, who then called me and said, "Field's on fire." Course, our 30-inch row beans over there, irrigated, that looked phenomenal. And there's 10 acres, 5 to 10 acres we know of, at least, that are burnt over there. And to what degree? Some will come out of it, some we're definitely going to have to replant, some are just borderline. We'll assess some more damage tomorrow, but we've got the pivot running right now. And problem is, it's on the far side of the field, and we got to get it walked all the way around. So it's on 100% right now, but yeah. So we will roll this video into tomorrow. Dad is headed to a customer with that mini bulk of foliar, sugar, and manganese mix, and I got to work on fixing a pump that a handle got broke on, and get that ready to go and calibrated on a alfalfa product tote that our guy that rents our alfalfa ground from us is going to use some Logan Ag legume boost on, which I'll talk about here in a minute. So this is legume boost. So we got the neighbor, 60 acres worth to try. This goes down at a gallon to the acre. Again, if any of you guys are interested in any of these Logan Ag products, feel free to get with me via email, Instagram, DM, Snapchat, Facebook. I don't care. If any of you guys are interested, find a way to get with me. So this is the Surefire Ag Marksman Precision Irrigation Injection System. We're not going to be replacing our Agri-Inject pump yet. They actually do make a setup just like this with no pump, no hydrocell pump, because this is what's called a hydrocell pump. And it just has the flow meter on it, which the flow meter is right there. And there's the pump, obviously. And that flow meter unit will hook up to your Agri-Inject unit and basically make your Agri-Inject pump a real precise fertigation pump then. Because before on the Agri-Inject pump, if those of you that remember when we were fertigating in years past, which we've been doing for at least 10 years now, it's just a dial. You punch in on the app, it's going to take this amount of time to do a revolution or a half a turn or whatever on the pivot, and I want this many gallon per acre, and it tells you, okay, pump setting like 23. And in years past, we've learned it's either plus or minus 5 or 7 on the pump setting just to get it where we want it. And by the time you get it dialed in by the end of the year, you're over applying here, under applying there, and you're just frustrated by the end of the season that you're not accurately putting on the fertilizer that you want. So Dad's like, I wonder if you could take a 2020 monitor with V-Apply and FlowSense and make our Agri-Inject pump really accurate. I'm like, yeah, there's probably a way you can do that. So then, I don't know, a half hour later, I find this guy. So we ended up going with this. We can also monitor this remotely for tank level, pressure, the whole 9 yards. It's really cool. So on this, with this having a flow meter, basically we can just punch in on here. We want 20 gallon to the acre, and set it and walk away, and we're guaranteed 20 gallon to the acre. Whereas before, maybe 24 or 25 will get it this time. You know, it takes the guessing game out of it, put it that way. And this is going to be really awesome. And if it works out just as good as what we're hoping, we're gonna end up selling our agri-inject pump here next winter and buying another one of these. Next on the docket here, we gotta get this planter pressure washed and cleaned up and winterized so we can get that put away. Then get the side dress applicator over here in the 85, get the duals off the 85, and switch the orifices from when we were running beans last year with the applicator. With the larger orifices for corn, I can get down to about 42.5 gallons. So I got to switch to the smaller orifices when we were running beans, so I can get down to under 40, which we were running, I think, like 35 or 37.5 gallon last year on beans. That was cut with water. What we were running, it was potash and Cowman 6, which is Logan products. And I wouldn't mind getting that tender around, because like I said, as soon as the weather breaks, we're going to be using the fertilizer tender to tend water to the sprayer. Done and ready to be winterized. That is really nice to see, to have that all cleaned up and ready to go. Just got to winterize our fertilizer pumps and flush our in furrow and 2x2, and this thing is good to go. And we can take this over to our house, put it in the shed. Not sure if we're going to winterize it today or not, what the plan is, but all I know, I'm really hungry, it's lunchtime, and I'm sick and tired of hearing that scrapyard over there. So we got the drill hooked up to the 8530. It was already hooked up to the 28 applicator. All we had to do to that was, I wanted to adjust, change some pins on the Y drops and take the duals off, and that would have been pretty much ready to go, except for doing a couple tweaks to the monitor. We ran over and assessed the beans just to confirm that we are going to re-drill them, which, yeah, they're toast. They're done. Even though everybody up at the coffee shop, I guess this morning we were the hot topic as usual, I guess. I don't know why. It seems like we always are. I don't understand it, but everybody, I guess, was debating up there on what we should and shouldn't do, and population, and it's just like, what in the world? Whatever. So we're gonna get these drilled. Yes, they're 30-inch row beans. It really doesn't matter at this point. We weren't gonna side dress these beans anyways. They were going to be all of the product was going to be done through the pivot that we were going to side dress. The dryland beans over at the river will be side dressed, so that's why we have them in 30s over there. But we put our beans in 30s just because that's the only way we can plant beans. and also run 2x2 and infertile on them. So it doesn't really matter if they're drilled at this point, and we're going to put them down at 160 to 180,000. We would use the 4630, but the monitor for the drill for the population is in this tractor, and in order to yank the monitor out of this would take half a day. Even though it's going to take us half a day of screwing around to get the drill out, hook it up, put beans in, run over here, do this, come back, put it all away. Big shout out though to Cass Clinton. They were there really quick and got the fire put out and got it under control. Put it this way, if the wind was blowing in a different direction, just slightly more to the east, it would have taken that whole field, just depending on when, you know, the fire department was called and this and that. And it's just really discouraging, put it that way. Corey called and wanted the irrigator on, so yesterday evening we got the irrigator on. He wanted a ½ inch of water on these tomatoes, so getting that done. It's just gotta come up to the stop and then come up to the middle, and then we're just keeping the pivot in the middle. It's easier for him to spray, and when they side dress, they can get out there and side dress a lot easier. So yeah, we'll be starting pivots here on our corn and beans here pretty soon. First on the corn and then later on the beans, just depending on how bad this ends up getting to be. If, you know, they're not talking rain for quite a while now, and I mean, yeah, they're talking a slight chance towards the end of next week, but it's getting to be slim to none now on rain, which, yeah, that's not good. So the monitor came out to 5 acres, and so did the drill, because there is a acre counter on the drill. So yeah, they were pretty well toasted, that's for sure. So started up over there, kind of where that place set is, a little bit in front of where that semi was or is, and came straight down across and right up to here. Surprisingly, it did not hit the enlist plot. That enlist plot starts right where that flag is, and it did not even affect it. I'm really surprised. It kind of came up to it, stopped, and then came down this way. So, well, they replanted same beans, 32A87s. So all we can do now is hope it rains, I guess. So, well, shouldn't say that. We got to pivot here. So as soon as the tomatoes get done getting watered, we'll turn this pivot on and walk it back across, and yep, get some water on these guys and get these things going. So we debated on putting some 2/8s out here, but we only have 4 bags of 2/8 Liberties on hand. So we just figured, you know what, these are the only Liberty beans we've got on hand as of right now without sourcing anything from another rep. So just plant them the same. We would like to put some, would have liked to have something earlier than a 3-2 out here, but it is what it is. So hopefully we will get taken care of on this. I guess hope nothing like this ever happens again to us or any of the other neighbors. What? Don't you do this. So there's my 10s, that's my 15s, these are my 20s, and those are my dicamba nozzles. So I need to go to those. Now I just got to do that 96 more times. Alright, let's switch to corn V4 foliar. Hold on. Before I do that, alright, make sure everything looks right. 32, 32, 32. so I'll just have to switch that for my coverage map, just for record keeping when I go down to the NCGA field, to bump that to 64 and 64. Alright, we are good to go. Just waiting on water. That's good. Oh! Oh! Yeah, that'll be fine, I guess. Feeding corn, sugar and premium Foliar Plus, and maximize manganese. Need some blue boom lights. They're on back order right now. I'm waiting for them. Hopefully they'll be here for fungicide season on beans and foliar on corn also, because I got one more pass on foliar for corn. Basically a early season fungicide, because we're going to do 2-pass fungicide this year. So I'll put micronutrients with that fungicide. Some of the beans will see 2-pass and 1-pass fungicide. Both of those will get micronutrients as well. So hopefully my boom lights will come in, and that would be awesome. Refill. Two deer right there. Oh, you back? Come on, guys, move. There you go. I don't want to hit you with the sprayer. That's pretty cool. Could explain why there's a deer stand there, and on the other side of this field. Oh. Alright. Well, I guess since he parked the tender in the way, and we gotta fill that up with water anyways, I guess I'll call it quits, I guess. I kind of wish he would have parked it over there like I thought he was going to, but I guess that's it for tonight. So I guess thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. And I will catch you guys in the next video.